Hi guys, Nick Jennison for Guitar Interactive, and on the test bench today, we're taking a look at this new guitar from our friends at Aria. This is the J-1, and it's a great looking bolt-on offset type design with some interesting features that I'm going to talk to you about in a moment. Now in the intro, you heard me playing all of the notes through all of the gain using our Victory VX Super Kraken into our Boss Waza tube amp expander. Let's try a cleaner sound with some slightly more restrained playing, and then we'll talk some more about the spec. Okay, so now we've heard what this guitar can do both distorted and clean. Let's talk a little bit more about the specifications. Now, as previously mentioned, it is a bolt-on design, and you can see this beautiful offset body. It has got a really rather commodious rib cage cut at the back and a lovely forearm contour on the front to make playing really comfortable. And another very cool thing about this particular design is that it balances beautifully on either leg and on a strap. And this is something that I really look for in a guitar, and it's not something you can say about many offset designs. Now, it's a 24 fret neck with kind of nice big jumbo frets and quite a pronounced radius. There's no spec on this one that I could find, but I would guess it's somewhere about a 9-inch radius, give or take. Still feels very, very comfortable, even all the way up in the dusty end, thanks to this really rather pronounced cutaway down here and this slightly chamfered away neck joint. Very cool. It's a maple neck, again rosewood fingerboard, and it's a bolt-on design, but rather unusually for an offset type guitar, it is a 24.75 inch scale length. Now normally you would find these guitars with either a short scale 24 inch scale length or a traditional kind of Fender scale length of 25.5 inches, and this is kind of a nice middle ground between the two, so you can think about it as being kind of somewhere in between Jaguar and Jazzmaster if you want to think in those lines. But for me, it just feels a little bit slinkier than a tight 25.5 inch scale, and that makes the playing that little bit easier. And there's also a certain scoopiness to the tone that I really dig. Now the pickups are a single Alnico 5 single coil and an Alnico 5 classic power humbucker down here with a 3-way switch, no push pulls, just a single master volume, a master tone, and this rather sturdy feeling tremolo unit. Now this is set to dive only, but of course you could raise it up to float if you so desired. So that's the spec in a nutshell. Let's take a tour of the way this guitar sounds. We're going to start with some clean sounds, and I'll just tour through the pickups. So plenty of character and fullness in both pickups, and there's no harshness to speak of, even with the bridge humbucker set clean. Now let's fire up a classic rock crunch on a Super Kraken, and we'll try the same thing, again starting with the bridge pickup and just kind of rotating through the 3 selections. So now that we've heard every pickup in isolation, both clean and crunchy, let's try some style-specific applications, and we'll start with some funk playing using a V4 Countess preamp from Victory with a compressor just to give it a little bit of extra squeeze and sparkle, and for this we're going to be on the neck pickup. For the next example, we'll switch back to the Kraken's clean and push the gain all the way up with a compressor for a bit of extra squeeze and a little slap back, and we'll try some country lines on the bridge pickup. Next up, we're going to try some ambient type playing, and we're going to go back to the V4 clean, again with a little compression. We're going to go between the middle pickup position and the neck pickup on its own, with a bit of reverb and delay from a Strymon Timeline and Big Sky. Next up, let's try some fuzzed out riffing, and for this we're going to use a Wampler Fuzzstration into the cranked clean channel on our Super Kraken. Next up, let's try some slide, and for this we're going to use the gained out British sounding Gain 1 on our Super Kraken, and we'll hit that with a Screddy Lunar Module fuzz. And last but not least, let's stick on the bridge pickup, and we're going to go to the American sounding Gain 2 on our Super Kraken for some metal type riffing. So there you go, guys. In a nutshell, this is the J-1 from Aria. There are other models in this range available if you want a hardtail or a different pickup configuration, and there are a few other colors available, although I have to say my favorite is definitely this see-through white. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. It's a great feeling guitar. There are no prices published on this one yet, but if the other guitars in Aria's range are anything to go by, it's going to be jaw-droppingly affordable for what you're getting. Again, a very, very impressive offering. So my name is Nick Jennison with Guitar Interactive. One more time, this is the Aria J-1, and I will see you next time.